What's going on, everybody? It's Conti here with another video. How to use the clone tool on still images in DaVinci Resolve 16. On screen you can see a completed video project featuring a pen on the floor, now a second video will play showing the same video but with the pen erased from view. The pen was erased using the clone tool inside the Fusion window in DaVinci Resolve 16, which is what I will cover during this tutorial. What you can see here in this preview, however, is that using the clone tool in animation sequences is difficult due to the problems of not being able to find similar color shades, lighting, camera angles and objects to erase specific on-screen content across multiple frames. In this case here, for example, the angle of the floor and the color shading of this particular area where the pen was is inconsistent throughout the multiple frames in this edited video. Having said that though, the clone tool can still be used to erase specific items from still images that you wish to use in a video project in DaVinci Resolve. To find your still image file, such as a JPEG for example, go to File, and Import Media. Even though I've selected an MP4 file, I'm only going to be editing one particular frame of this particular file for this tutorial. You may also wish to do the same with a particular frame inside one of your video files, which you will then use in different projects in this software. If I left click on the file inside my media pool, which I have just imported, hold my mouse button down and drag this to the timeline. I will let go of this file when it's in place on the timeline. Go to the Fusion window at the bottom of your screen. Inside your node window, ensure that you have both nodes together, Media in 1 and Media out 1. Left click once on Media in 1 so that it is selected with a red outline surrounding it. Press Shift and Space on your keyboard. Search for the Paint tool. Left click on this once and go to click on Add. Paint 1 should now appear between Media in 1 and Media out 1. Ensure that Paint 1 is selected, again with a red outline surrounding this. I'm going to drag down the video preview window so that we can see the visual image better now. Let go of the left mouse button once you are satisfied with the size. To zoom in so that you have a better view of your image, hold Control or Command if you're a Mac user, and roll the scroll button on your mouse upwards to zoom in, or roll downwards to zoom out. I'm going to go to frame 158. My intention is to use part of the floor tile to paint over the pen to make it look like it has disappeared from view, so that only the floor tile is visible to the viewer. Underneath Inspector, for Paint 1, under Brush Controls, choose Soft as your brush shape, as this will contain a faint surrounding of your brush which will help your clone stroke blend in with the surroundings on your image. Under Apply Controls, you should see Apply Mode with a range of tools alongside. The clone tool is the second one along with the two paint brushes. Left click on this once. If I drag my mouse cursor to the preview window here, note how the red circle next to my mouse cursor, which represents my brush, isn't big enough to cover the whole width of the pen. Therefore, if I go back to my inspector window again and underneath brush controls and tablet settings, the size of my brush can be changed from 0.02 and I'm going to change it to 0.07. Press enter. Alternatively, you can change the size by dragging the grey circle here. Now going back to the preview window again, and as we can see here, dragging our mouse along the pen will cover the whole object in one stroke down or up. What I need to do first of all is copy a segment of the floor, which I'm going to then paste on top of the pen object here to make it vanish. If I go to the side here, hold in Alt on my keyboard or Option if you are a Mac user, left click once, let go of the Alt button, Note how the X remains. This marks the point which I have copied on my image. If I drag my mouse cursor over to the top of the pen, left click at the top here and drag my mouse cursor down, we can see that there is a slightly bright section appearing over where I just painted over the pen, which stands out ever so slightly on this floor picture here. What I can do first of all to fix this problem, as an example, is to undo, which I can do by pressing Ctrl and Z on my keyboard. To erase a clone stroke that you've done also, apart from using Ctrl and Z, you can also use the Erase tool next to Apply mode inside your inspector window. Left click on this once. The brush size of this Erase tool should be the same as that as you've just used with your clone tool. Left click, hold your mouse button down and go over the section where you just painted the clone stroke to bring the original image back. If I left click on clone once again, left click on the single viewer option if you wish to make your image much wider as well. In this example here, so that the preview and the inspector tools are together on screen, I'm going to view this in dual viewer. In the previous example, I copied a section of the floor which was a significant distance away from the pen itself. What I'm now going to do as an alternative way of cloning over this pen is drag my mouse cursor to the opposite side here, but also make sure that it is not too far away from the pen when I copy, so that the texture and shade and camera angle should all help make the clone stroke blend in with the rest of the floor image here. Hold an Alt, left click to make a copy, let go of Alt and drag your mouse cursor over to the object which you wish to make invisible. Left click, hold the mouse button down and drag your mouse cursor over the object to make it invisible. Despite a darker smudge to the right of this image here, the texture which has been used to paint over the pen with the clone tool appears to blend in with the rest of the floor better than the lighter version used from the right side of the screen in the previous example. If I zoom in to the line down at the bottom here of this tile on the floor, if I hold in Alt, left click once to make a copy of the floor texture next to this line. If I zoom out once again and go back to where my pen was, if I left click and drag my mouse cursor up and down, you can see that I've recreated the image from the bottom where I copied from on this particular section here. And so when copying part of an image file with your clone tool to paint in a section where you erased an object, such as the pen in this example here, ensure that the content that you acquire for your clone stroke is as similar to the surroundings as possible. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that video was useful to you. If you enjoyed the content and wish to be notified about future uploads on this channel, please like and subscribe. Join me soon for another video. Take care.